Okay, so thank you all for joining me this morning at Bloom at the Yoga Garden. So we're going to continue thinking about our breath. So we're going to begin, as usual, by lying back and down on our mat. So get yourself nice and comfortable. Feel as if you're stretching the back of your neck up towards the end of your mat or the top of your mat. Make sure your chin doesn't tuck in too much, just the tiniest wee bit of a tuck of your chin. Roll your shoulders away from your ears so that your arms will rotate and the backs of your hands can be in the floor. And take the heel of your right foot to the right edge of the mat, the heel of your left foot to the left edge of the mat. And just take a nice long, slow, deep inhale through your nose. And then take a wee sniff when you think you can't take any more, so sort of have a sniff. Take another wee bit in and then exhale through your mouth. And just sigh it out. So we're just going to do one more of those, and this time we'll exhale through our nose as well. Inhale. And then when you think you've filled your lungs up, have a wee sniff. Get another wee bit. And then whisper it out through your nostrils. And I was reading a little thing, an article in one of my magazines, and it said that even just doing that particular breath, where you feel you're taking a deep breath and then have a wee sniff and take a bit more, even that, if you do it 3 or 4 times, can help to get you more calm, more relaxed, and feel more in the present. So, of course, breath is so important for anything. I learnt last night that apparently you can, after 5 minutes without breath, you will die. But I actually would have thought it was sooner than that. I imagine you would be in a very uncomfortable state even before that time. So our breath is an automatic, an autonomous action in our bodies that happens regardless, 24 hours a day. But again, it's one of those things that we don't notice. We pay very little attention to it. And apparently it's important that we breathe in through our nose, because there are little sensors here in our nose that actually tell your body to extract the oxygen from the air. Whereas if you breathe in through your mouth, you're not getting nearly enough oxygen. So that could be why people who sleep with their mouths open are inclined to wake up and sort of panic, because they've been breathing in through their mouth and their body feels it's not getting enough oxygen. So we learn something every day. So we really, throughout our yoga practice, want to definitely breathe in through our nose to make sure that we're getting that energizing prana, that oxygen into our bodies to flow through the nadis and give us that vital life force, that strength and energy we need for our yoga practice. So just get yourself settled nicely on your mat. And just be aware of the softness of your breath. Be aware of the contact points of your body with the mat. The back of the head, the backs of the shoulders, the backs of the arms, all of the back body, the backs of the legs, the heels. And just see if you can relax and sort of melt everything, soften the whole of the back body down into your mat just a tiny little bit more. So breathing in, I calm the body and mind. Breathing out, I smile. Dwelling in the present moment, I know this is the only moment. And just Notice your breath. That lovely, soft, delicate inhale and that calming exhale. And just before we change our breath or do anything at all, just take a minute and think how wonderful it is to be alive today. Just be grateful for the fact that you woke up this morning and that you are alive and you have another whole day to enjoy and really live. So make sure that you do live it. And of course, by doing this yoga practice, you're making sure that you can live it to your best ability, because by even just getting on your mat, you're taking responsibility, you're respecting your body, you're honouring your body and your life, because you're taking care of your physical, mental and emotional well-being. So just take another nice long deep inhale and say thank you for being alive. Thank you for waking up this morning. And maybe you might even like to send that to someone else you know, someone else you care for, who you maybe feel needs that little bit of a boost, that little bit of a lift to their energy. Because it is your breath that will give you that energy and make you feel excited about the day, make you feel happy about the day. And of course, the other thing that helps us is a little smile. So if you haven't already, with your next inhale, have a great big smile. Fill your lungs right up to the top. Hold on to that smile as you exhale. We'll do one more of those. Such an easy thing to do. Inhale and smile. And exhale and smile. And then just return to your natural breath briefly. So this is Feel Good Friday. So we're going to smile our way through our class. And I'm just going to share with you a little bit from Thich Nhat Hanh about the breath. And it really does make you realise how important it is to look after our bodies. So he says, breathing mindfully, you simply enjoy your in-breath and your out-breath. So that's what we want to do. You bring the mind home to the body and you realise that you are alive, still alive, and this is a wonder. To be alive is the greatest of all miracles. Most of us still need to learn how to take care of our physical body. We need to learn how to relax and how to sleep. We need to learn how to eat and consume in such a way that our body can be healthy, light and at ease. If we listen carefully, we can hear our body telling us all the time what it does and does not need. Although the voice is very clear, we seem to have lost our capacity to listen to it. We've pushed our body too hard, and so tension and pain have accumulated. We've been neglecting our body so long. It may be lonely. Our body has wisdom, and we need to give ourselves a chance to hear it. So that's from Thich Nhat Hanh's The Art of Living. A lovely book and very easy to read and so interesting if you're interested in furthering your knowledge at all. So now we are going to just direct our breath for a few minutes. So we're just going to do the box breath. So we'll inhale for a count of 4, hold in for a count of 4, exhale for a count of 4, and hold out for a count of 4. So we'll just do 3 rounds. So when you're ready, just take a normal breath, and then your next inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, hold out, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, hold out, 2, 3, 4, inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold in, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, hold out, 2, 3, 4. And now just return to your natural breath. Notice how you're feeling. Hopefully you're feeling energized, calm, ready for this morning's practice. So we're just going to take a big inhale and stretch your arms up above your head, reach into your toes. Take another breath here and exhale, lower your arms down by your sides. So as always, listen to your own body, honour your own body. Bring the soles of your feet onto the floor. Don't do anything that you know doesn't suit you or is going to hurt your body or aggravate any old injuries or aches and pains you have. Be kind to yourself. So we're going to cross the right leg over the left. And if you have the flexibility, you can tuck the toes in behind, but don't worry if you can't. And take the arms out in crucifix, so at shoulder level if you can. So you can keep the left foot on the floor. It's slightly easier. Or if you want to work a bit harder, bring both knees in towards your chest. Take a big inhale and exhale. Drop both knees down towards the left. And turn your head and look right as long as you have no neck issues. So if your right shoulder has lifted off the floor, bring yourself back a little bit. So don't let your ego take over and make this into a different posture. So we're trying to feel that stretch between the right armpit the whole way down towards probably to the right knee, and is quite a strong stretch. And breathe. One more big inhale here and exhale. See if you can soften a little bit more into it. So we're looking for softness in our practice, energy and softness. And then in your next inhale, bring your knees gently back to center. Undo the cross of your legs and change sides. So left leg over the right. Tuck the toes under if you want. You don't need to do that bit. Either right foot in the floor or knees in towards your chest. Big inhale here. And exhale. Both knees drop down towards the right hand. Left shoulder stays nestled on the floor, hopefully, and turn your head and look left. And feel the stretch from the left armpit right down the whole of the left side of the body. Breathe into the left side of the lungs. Feels much stronger for me in this side, so just be aware of the difference, if there is a difference. And allow your breath to soften and let you maybe go a tiny wee bit deeper into the posture. One more breath here. And then in your next inhale, bring your knees back to center. Undo the cross of your legs and bring your hands or arms into the sides of your body. So now we're going to bring our knees in towards our chest. You can take your hands behind your thighs if you need to. And we're just going to begin to straighten our feet up towards the ceiling. And your knees, your legs may not straighten completely. They don't have to be completely straight. So if there's a wee bend in them, that's okay, don't worry. And any back issues, you're going to bring your hands in underneath your bottom, or you're going to hold onto the edges of your mat, okay? And we're just going to lower one leg at a time. So the small of your back should be really well nestled into the floor. So you shouldn't feel this in your back, but you will feel it in your tummy. So if you're feeling it in your back, you need to bring your hands in here to pressure back into the mat under your hips, or hold onto the edges of your mat so you can really pressure back down. So you will feel it, and maybe you're already feeling it in your tummy. So we're going to take a big inhale and lower the right leg down to the floor. And exhale, bring it up. Inhale, lower the left leg down. And exhale, bring it up. If you want to work hard, you can take your arms up and do it at the same time, or take your arms back behind your head. Inhale, right leg down. Exhale, up. Inhale, left leg down. Exhale, up. So we're going to do 5 rounds. So I think this is the third one we're on. Inhale, right leg up. Well, you're on your way up now. Exhale, left leg. Inhale, up. Exhale, right leg. Inhale, up. Left leg. In fact, you're inhaling down and exhaling up, but don't worry as long as you breathe. So inhaling as you open, exhale as you come up. I think this is the last one. This is number 5. I've counted right. And then bring your arms down if you had your arms up, and squeeze your knees in towards your chest, and hopefully you feel quite wakened up. So then we're going to plant our knees on the floor, roll onto the left side of your body, or it doesn't matter which side you want to do, because we're going to do both sides, and bring your bottom arm up so that you've got a wee support for your head. Straighten your legs out along the floor. So you want to be in a nice straight line. We don't want to be in a banana shape, which is the way your body will want to be because it's easier. So try and look down, and really all you should see, there should be a nice straight line right down your body. So you can keep your right hand here if you need to for balance, if you feel very unbalanced. But if you work strongly into the heels of both legs, it'll help you. And maybe you'll be able to bring your right hand onto your right thigh. And then we're just going to lift the right thigh up to the side this time. And down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. And exhale down. And then we're going to bend the right leg and see if you can take hold of the big toe, or if you have a belt or a scarf, use it. Maybe you'll plant it on the thigh. So we're in a kind of a tree pose. That'd be a nice tree pose, wouldn't it? No balance. Well, there's a bit of balancing to worry about. And then maybe you'll begin to lift that foot up towards the ceiling. So don't worry if it doesn't straighten immediately. Take your time and breathe. Keep working into the heel of the bottom leg. It'll help your balance. Core back towards your navel, back towards your spine. One more big inhale here. And exhale, bend your knee. And now we're going to take it back behind us. So take hold of the front of your foot now maybe, and just begin to draw that right leg back, that right heel back up towards your bottom. So you're rotating the right shoulder, the heel's coming towards your bottom, and you're really trying to go as far as you can until you begin to feel a stretch in the quadricep, the front of your right thigh. Work into the heel of the left foot, and then gently release that leg and roll over onto the other side. So I'm going to change sides so you can see me. So same thing again exactly. And actually if you've lines down the mat, I have lines down the middle of this mat, so it actually means that I can see exactly whether or not I'm in a straight line. But you don't need that. You can look down and see if you're in a straight line or not. So keep your left hand here if you need to. Otherwise, bring it onto your left thigh and begin to lift your left thigh up and down. So we're going sideways. Make sure your leg's going sideways, not coming forward. Keep working into the heel of the right foot and leg, the bottom leg. Inhale up. And exhale down. And then we're going to bend the left leg. Maybe you'll take hold of the big toe, maybe not. Maybe you can plant it on your right thigh into your version of supine tree, a fallen tree. This would be a fallen tree, wouldn't it? Oh dear. I was quite worried yesterday because the trees have all their leaves on them and it was very windy. And then gently begin to straighten that leg up towards the ceiling. So don't worry if it doesn't straighten if you're here, that's fine. Work into the heel of the right leg, help with your balance, and see if you can, and remember you're going sideways, the leg will want to come forward, so try and keep it out, sideways. One more big inhale here, and gently release your left leg or left toe and roll forward onto your tummy, press into your hands and bring yourself up and meet me in tabletop. So knees are below your hips, wrists below your shoulders, fingers really well spread. So you're pressing into the base of the index finger and thumb. And you're actively lifting up out of the mat. So no kind of collapsing down. So a nice flat back. So this is called tabletop for a reason. Your back is like a tabletop. And we're just going to do a couple of figures of 8. So imagine you're starting, the center of your number 8 is at your belly button. So you can pretend you have a pencil there if you want to. And we're going to go to the left first of all. So lift your navel slightly back towards your spine, big inhale, and exhale, begin to go forward round towards your left hand, up across the top, a wee bit of upper body strength here, round to the right, back down across the centre, down towards the left heel, round across the right heel, and feel you're stretching every little bit of your back across towards the centre. So keep going, round up towards the left hand, round the top. Feel every little muscle in your back, getting a little bit of a wake up, a wee bit of a stretch. So I'm down towards my left heel now, round the bottom, and bringing myself across and back to centre. So we'll go the other way now. So this time we're heading towards the right hand, round the top, back across the middle, down to the right heel. And this is great because you actually are getting movement into nearly every joint. So we're back across for our second one, round the top. And just really feel you're getting at all those little bits of your body that maybe you're feeling a wee bit creaky this morning. And bring yourself back to centre. And then from here we're going to reach back with the right foot and leg and bring your right heel in towards your bottom. So still pressing away strongly with both hands, and then take your right knee out to the side and lift it up as high as you can. And then we're going to do big circles. Well, they're not really big circles. They're smallish circles with that right knee, just really getting into that right hip. So try not to collapse into the left side. 2 strong arms. Change direction. And really feel you're working into that right hip. And we'll swap sides. So reach back to your left leg, left heel in, lift it out to the side. Don't collapse into the right arm this time. 2 strong arms. And then big circles, or, well, biggish circles. One way, about 3 one way. And then change direction. and 3 the other way. And then bring both knees back down again. So now we're going to reach back with the left foot and leg. I need to move forward a wee bit. I'm going off my mat. And we're going to press into the baby toe side of the left foot. So ideally you want the arch of the left foot to be in line with the toes of the right foot for this, like a side plank prep. So check your balance first. Take your foot further forward if you need to, or take your hand out to the side a wee bit if you need to. But the more you press into the baby toe side of the left foot, the more stable you're going to be, and the more you activate your core. So navel back towards your spine just a little bit, and then draw your left hand up your right arm, right across your body, reach up, press into the baby toe side, the left foot, reach up, reach into the left fingertips, keep reaching up. We're aiming to stack the shoulders, straight line between both arms, keep pressing that foot, look up at your left thumb if you can, big inhale, and exhale. Bring yourself down again. So we'll do the other side. Bring your left knee in or left leg in and stretch your right leg out. So same thing again, either right leg slightly forward in your mat or in line with the toes of the left foot. Check your balance before you leave go with the right hand. Press into the baby toe side of the right foot and draw your right hand right up across your body, right up, reaching up into your right fingertips, pressing into the baby toe side of the right foot. Strong right arm, reaching up, keep reaching. You can turn your head and look up at your right thumb. Reach up, smile, breathe, feel the softness. Can you feel softness? One more big inhale and exhale. Bring your right hand down and bring yourself back. So we're going to tuck both sets of toes under, so that doesn't even make sense. We're going to tuck our toes under, press into your hands and bring yourself up into downward facing dog. And just walk your dog. So a nice, easy, relaxing, soft walk with your dog. So wriggle about as much as you want. We twist from side to side. And again, just notice anywhere where you might be feeling it. And then when you're ready, come into your static dog. So lift your sit bones up, shoulders rolling away from your ears, big arm bones rotating out, inner eyes of your elbows beginning to face forward. Muscles in your legs moving away or rotating out in the thighs. Lift your kneecaps, lift your navel back towards your spine and let your head go. Inhale and exhale. And this is a wonderful posture for finding that wee bit of softness. Try not to let the weight come forward. And just feel softness when you're in this posture. Nice, long, slow breaths. So now we are going to come into up dog. So we're in down dog, we're going to come into up dog. And again, wee bit of upper body strength again for our up dog. So we're going to roll onto our tiptoes. Keep rolling forward until you're really well forward. Your shoulders are actually in front of your wrists really for this posture. You're drawing your tummy, the whole front body through, and bring your knees down if you need to. It's a strong posture. Big inhale here and exhale back into down dog. So we're not flicking our feet. You can flick your feet for this if that's in your practice, but we're not too worried about that at the minute. So we're going to do another one of those. Take a big inhale And exhale, roll forward, roll forward, roll forward. Keep going forward. And if you want to, you can come onto the tops of your feet. Thighs ideally are off the floor, but bring your knees down if you need to. Breathe. One more big inhale here, and then back up into downward facing dog. And just walk your dog very, very briefly. So we're just going to bring our knees to the floor and sit back on our heels, or you can sit back on your toes, and we're just going to give our wrists a wee shake because we're going to be on our wrists for another couple of minutes. So maybe give them a shake and then clasp them and take them out in front, press them away, and then bring them in and turn them round. So do whatever you feel you need to do. But this is quite a nice one to do. Maybe change direction. Maybe tuck your fingers in and squeeze, and maybe you'll bring them up in underneath your arms and roll your shoulders back. And that gives them a good stretch the other way. Maybe slightly nicer than this one here. Well, maybe not, I don't know. Okay, so we're ready to go again, hopefully. So bring your hands down, tuck your toes under, and we're going to come back up into down dog. So lift your sit bones up as high as you can, shoulders away from your ears and away from each other. Inner arm bones rolling out, pressing into the base of the index finger and thumb. Take your feet maybe a tiny wee bit wider than you would normally have them. And then we're just going to flip over onto the baby toe side of the right foot and the big toe side of the left foot. So you're feeling a stretch down the left side of your body. And then inhale back to centre, so your feet are back to where they were. And we'll do the other side. Baby toe side of the left foot, big toe side of the right foot. So you're on the edges of both feet. And feel a stretch down the right side this time. And then bring yourself back to centre. So keep your feet that wee bit wider apart. So we're going to do the same again, and we're going to come into our side plank from here. So we're going to flick onto or turn onto the baby toe side of the right foot, the big toe side of the left foot. Now at this point, if you want to, you can step your left foot forward, which will help to lift your hips up. Or you can just keep your feet here, begin to lose contact with the left hand, bring your right hand, sweep it across the front of your body to open up your body, and reach your hand up towards the ceiling. If you want to, you can bring your left foot on top, but lift your hips wherever you are. Try and lift your hips. Your head and neck are in a nice line with your spine, and if you want to, you can turn and look up at your left hand and breathe. So this is strong. One more big inhale here, and then bring your left hand down and bring yourself back into down dog. And if you want to at this stage, you can come down onto your knees into child's pose and have a wee breather, or you can stay in down dog. Your choice. Wherever you are, a nice long deep inhale, and a nice soft relaxing exhale. Inhale and exhale. One more breath wherever you are. If you're in child's pose, maybe bring yourself back into down dog. So feet slightly wider than usual. And then roll onto the baby toe side of the left foot, the big toe side of the right foot, or plant the right foot further forward. Lots of options here. Take the weight onto your left hand and bring yourself up. So you can bring the right foot on top if you want to. Keep your head in a nice line with your spine, And you can turn and look up at the right thumb if you want. Lift your hips up. Really actively lift your hips up. One more big inhale here. This is strong. You're doing great. One more big inhale and exhale. Windmill your hand down. Bring yourself back to center. Everybody take your knees down. Big toes to touch. Sit your bottom back and down. Stretch your arms out in front and bring your forehead down to the floor. And maybe just take this chance to give your third eye a wee massage. Roll gently from side to side. Excuse me. So inhaling into the back body, exhaling into the front body. And really feel softness. Feel softness. And at the same time, feel that you're getting energy from your inhale. One more nice, long, slow, deep inhale here. And exhale. And then walk your hands back. Bring yourself back up into tabletop. And tuck your toes under. And we're back up into down dog. Only briefly this time. And walk your dog. So this time we're going to lift the right foot and leg. Look forward. Roll forward and plant the right foot on the floor. Bring the left knee down if you need to. Otherwise, keep the left knee lifted. Get your balance. So find that point of stillness, point of softness before we go any further. And breathe. And then inhale, sweep your arms forward. So we're still leaning forward. We're not lifting up at all. We're reaching forward. Find that softness, that stillness, that strength. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your nose. Inhale, exhale. Keep your shoulders away from your ears. And then we're going to press into both feet and inhale. Bring yourself up. Press into the front foot. Press into the ball of the back foot. Shoulders rolling back and down. Maybe you'll look up between your hands. Maybe you'll take hold of that lovely air and draw it down to give you more energy as you inhale and exhale. So keep pressing into the front leg, or if you're here, that's fine. You can do exactly the same thing here. And then we're going to do a wee twist. So take a big inhale and exhale. See if you can bring the left elbow onto the outside of the right thigh. And if that's too much, take your left hand to the outside and bring your right hand round behind. And maybe turn and look over your right shoulder. Keep pressing into the left foot, pressing into the right foot. One more big inhale and exhale. Frame the front foot with your hands, press into the toes of the back foot, and you're back into down dog. And this is your last down dog today, you'll be glad to hear. My favourite pose, but never worry. Lift your left leg up. Step it through, same thing. Plant the right knee or stay in the ball of the right foot. And again, find that place of strength, that place of stillness here. And breathe. Bring your arms forward. Try not to rest in the front knee if you can, or front thigh. Reaching forward, pressing into the back foot. Pressing into the front foot, strong legs. One more big inhale here. And then bring yourself up. Reaching up, maybe look up between your hands. And maybe draw that air down. Bring it down. Draw it down. Inhale and exhale, hands to your heart center. And just feel how good it is to be here now, to be alive. One more big inhale and exhale. Bring the right elbow to the outside of the left knee, or right hand to the outside of the left knee, and turn and look over the left shoulder. Smile. One more big inhale here. And exhale. Frame the front foot with your hands. Press into the toes of the back foot and spring forward and meet me with your legs bent deeply in Uttanasana 1. So your feet are a good hip width apart. You're pressing into all four corners of your feet. Knees bent really deeply, and take hold of your elbows. And the crown of your head's going down towards the floor. So this is your resting pose. So the upper body is like a rag doll. Even though it's getting a lovely stretch, the back body is getting a great stretch here. So all the work's going on in your legs. And just let the upper body hang like a rag doll. Maybe we sway from side to side. And feel the crown of your head heavy. Feel your elbows heavy, allowing that weight to lengthen the back body. One more nice long inhale here. Nice soft exhale. And then on our next inhale, we're going to press into all four corners of your feet and unroll really slowly. And again, sweep your arms up. Draw down that air, that's going to be our breath. Inhale through your nose and bring yourself to stand in a wide-legged Tadasana, or a wide foot. Shoulders rolling back and down, nice and strong, lovely. And then gently release your hands. So it's just one more wee posture to do. Well, no, two more. Mightn't have time to do the second one, but we're going to do this one. So this is going to be our balancing posture, and you're going to say, we've already been doing a bit of balancing, which you have, definitely. So this is, strictly speaking, about balancing posture. We're going to do dancer pose. So if you know you need the wall, go to the wall and just lean forward so your fingertips touch the wall. And that's your position for your dancer pose. But it's always a good idea to try it without the wall or a bit of furniture or whatever you have, because that way you're challenging your balance that little bit. And I'm not going to ask you to close your eyes or anything. And we're going to tell ourselves you're taking the weight onto the left foot and leg. So spread the toes on the left foot. So you have a lovely broad left foot, nice base for your pose. And then we're going to lift the right leg up, see how that feels. And this will be a check for how your balance is going to be today. And then bring your right knee back so it's in line with the left knee. And then maybe you'll reach down and take hold of your ankle, your toes, or again, use a belt. So if you happen to have a belt handy, use your belt like this. So it's actually, oh, I have a loop in this belt. So actually if you have a belt, it's great because you can make a wee loop in it. And then you just stick your toes through the loop so that whenever you bring your knee back, you've got this to hold on to if you can't reach your toe. So that works really quite well. Okay, so right knee's in line with the left knee at the minute, and then reach back where we've got hold of something. So bring your left arm up and maybe take your mudra, press the index finger and thumb together. So if this is your pose, you stay here. If you know as soon as you start to move, your balance is going to go, just stay here. Because this is still strengthening your leg, strengthening your balance, improving your balance. But if you want to go a bit further, begin to lift your right thigh up towards the ceiling. And then press your foot into your hand and your hand into your foot. So lifting the thigh first is important. And breathe. See if you can find softness here, stillness. Reaching the thigh up. Pressing the foot into the hand into the foot. One more breath here. And then gently bring your knee down, reach your hand, and bring yourself back to stand. Well done, everyone. So, all these little things, even you hold it for half a second longer each time, it's improving your balance, and it is a practice. That's why we talk about a yoga practice. We don't talk about a yoga performance, we talk about a yoga practice. It's all a practice, always. So now take your weight onto your right foot and leg and begin to reduce the contact with your left foot. So make sure the toes are well spread in the right foot again. Lift the left knee up. How does that feel? Then see if you can bring it back in line with the right knee. And then use your belt, a scarf, anything at all. Hold on to your foot, your ankle, whatever you can get. So both knees are in line to start off with. Press the index finger and thumb of the right hand together. Use this as your wee balance. Don't wave it about the way I did there because it wobbled you. And then begin to lift your left thigh up towards the ceiling. And once you've it lifted, then press your foot into your hand and your hand into your foot. Lifting up, pressing foot into hand. Breathe. Find softness. Think how good it is to be here. How good it is to stand on one leg, to be strong, to be alive. One more breath. And then gently bring yourself out of the posture and bring that foot back down onto the mat. Well done. So from here we're going to make our way down onto our mat, and just one last wee posture to do. So sit back on your heels if that's comfortable. In fact, I would say everybody have a brick handy. That's one of these ones if you have, or a thick cushion, and put it in between your feet and sit on your brick, and you'll see why in a minute. Especially, excuse me, sorry, especially if you've tight quads. Okay, so sit up nice and tall, clasp your hands, reach your arms up above, shoulders rolling back and down, press into your hands, big inhale, and exhale gently. Begin to turn to the right. So you won't go very far, just a little bit of a twist. And inhale back to center. Bring your hands down, change the clasp of your hands. And again, reach up. So it's always easy to know when you've changed it because it feels very awkward. It certainly does for me. Press your palms up towards the ceiling. Big inhale. And exhale round to the left, just a little bit. Inhale back to center. and gently release your hands. And then from here, we're going to begin to bring our hands back behind us. So just go to wherever feels right. So maybe you'll be able to walk your hands back. See how far back you can go. Maybe you'll be able to bring your baby fingers in to touch each other. So you do that gently, a little bit at a time, so you can lift your heart center up, and that's a good stretch down your arms. One more breath here, and then gently walk your hands forward. And then from here, maybe you'll begin to, I actually find a brick too high for me for this, so a block might be better, but maybe you'll do, but if you have bad knees, now I'm going to say don't do this, we're going to roll the flesh off the sit bones or off the calves, and see if you can sit down now between your heels. So you were sitting between your heels because you were sitting on the brick, but if you have any bad knees or a bad knee, bring the bad leg out in front, so only do half of it, if that makes sense. So if you're only doing half, you've one leg out, whichever your bad leg is, because it really is a one-sided posture. And then we're just going to see if we can bring ourselves back onto our elbows. And this is where you can prop yourself. If only you were in the studio, I could have you all beautifully propped with bolsters and things. Because then what you can do is you can put all sorts of things in here behind you, or pillows or cushions, and you can just relax here. Or if you have the flexibility, you can come right down, but this is very strong in your quadriceps. I know we've stretched them and done all sorts of things, but it's strong. And it's a lovely heart opener as well. It's really quite relaxing. I know it looks shocking, but if you've got the flexibility in your quads, it's okay. Or if you're propped up, even you're here and bring your hands under bring your elbows down. So if by any chance you've come right down, gently bring yourself back up onto your elbows. So even this on your elbows, you're getting a good stretch. And then gently walk yourself up. I would suggest you lean forward now and stretch out one leg at a time. Just give it a wee bounce back and forward. Just to say, yes, I know that was strong knees, and I am being kind to you. But you know, when we move our joints, and I'm not for 1 minute saying that you should ever do anything, as I keep saying, that is really painful, but the more we can mobilize our joints and keep them moving, the more we're feeding them with oxygen, blood, nutrients, and particularly for stiffness and things, I find the less I move my knees, the worse they get. So I'm keeping them moving. So from here, we're just going to unroll nice and slowly. And we're just going to finish the way we started with a wee twist. So plant your feet in the floor. Drop your knees just down to the right, any old way you want, just to feel a wee stretch, wee twist. Back to center, down to the left, and back to center. One more each side, just literally noticing how your body feels, noticing any bits that need a wee bit of TLC. And then when you've done that, straighten your legs out along the floor, or keep your knees bent with knees rolling in, and get yourself nice and comfortable and warm, ready for your relaxation. So put on any extra layers you might need, because you will cool down now you've stopped. Although the studio seems very warm this morning. It was cool when I came out, and I thought I turned the heat up a wee bit, which was maybe a mistake. But I think it's when it's wet you feel you need more heat. So get yourself really comfortable. Use whatever props, blankets, anything at all that you need, so that you can remain in Shavasana hopefully without moving for the next 10 minutes or so. So draw your shoulders down from your ears. Maybe allow your head to rock gently from side to side and come to rest in the center. Arms rotated, backs of the hands on the floor, slightly away from your body. And if you want to, you can gently but firmly press the first finger and thumb together. So when we do this, we're creating a circuit, but also the index finger is associated with the ego, the thumb with wisdom. So the ego is bowing, the ego of the index finger is bowing to the wisdom of the thumb. And the rest of your fingers just can curl slightly into the palm of your hand if you want to. So the heel of the right foot to the right edge of the mat, the heel of the left foot to the left edge, and allow the toes to just fall away from each other. Take a nice long, slow, deep inhale. Fill your lungs right up to the top, and then take another wee sniff. Take in another little bit, and then open your mouth wide and just sigh it out. And notice how good that feels. So we'll do another one of those. Inhale. Fill your lungs up. Feel you can't go anymore, and then take another wee sniff. Open your mouth wide and one more. Inhale. Fill your lungs and then fill them another little bit. And this time seal your lips slightly and just allow it to whisper out through your nostrils. And just follow that nice whispery exhale. And just feel as it empties from your body, that your body is softening down onto the mat. Everything is softening, releasing, and letting go. Feel a sense of softness and release creeping over your body. With each inhale and exhale, feel your body grow softer and softer until it's as if all your muscles and joints and sinews and bones are dissolving and your whole body is becoming like jelly or water and just moving across the mat, softening into the mat, taking up a lot of room on the mat. Feel as if you are spreading across the whole size of your mat. Your feet, your lower legs, your upper legs, taking up a lot of room, a lot of space. The whole of the torso completely soft, releasing, relaxed. The arms, the hands, the neck, your head. Everything is so soft, so relaxed. You don't have to do anything at all. You can just completely let go and melt down into the comfort and the safety of your mat. That lovely silky softness all over your body. The mat beneath you, making a lovely mold for your body, the air above surrounding us in peace, in comfort, giving us life force. Surrounding us 24 hours a day, being there for us. We need to enjoy it. Enjoy your breath. Enjoy that sense of peace and rest that it gives us. Enjoy the fact that it can allow us to soften and release and relax. There's nowhere else you need to be. There's nothing else you need to do except just be here. Enjoy your breath. Enjoy your body. Enjoy this sense of peace and calm. It only takes a reminder to breathe, a moment to be still, and just like that, something in me settles, softens, and makes space for imperfection. The harsh voice of judgment drops to a whisper, and I remember again that life isn't a relay race, that we will all cross the finish line. That waking up to life is what we were born for. As many times as I forget, catch myself charging forward without even knowing where I'm going, that many times I can make the choice to stop, to breathe and be, and walk slowly into the mystery. So that's called Walk Slowly, and it's by Dana Foles out of this lovely book that I go to so often. So your relaxation is almost complete. Begin to breathe more deeply. Bring yourself back to your normal weight. Gently begin to wake your body up. Wriggle your fingers, wriggle your toes. Have a stretch if you feel you need to. And when you're ready, bring your hands together at your heart center. Rub them nice and briskly until they're nice and warm. Place one hand in your heart center, one hand on your tummy, and just allow the heat of your hands to seep into those lovely, soft, still places within you. Allow the heat of your hands to heal, to restore, and to seal in that sense of calm and peace and softness. And then when you're ready, release your hands. Bring your right knee into your chest, your left knee into your chest, and begin to rock gently from side to side. And when you're ready, take the rock right over onto your right side. Pause there and give yourself a really lovely, authentic hug. Curl your knees up towards your chest and squeeze in and tell yourself how good you are, how wonderful you are. And then when you're ready, press into the top hand and bring yourself up into any comfortable seated position and meet me with your hands in Anjali Mudra. So use your thumbs to lift your heart center up. Take a big inhale and exhale. Bow your head down towards your hands. Feel a lovely stretch in the back neck. Thank you as always so much for joining me, ladies. I really appreciate your company and the fact that you've supported me through Zoom all this time. So thank you so much. May everyone know a life of joy. May everyone know a life of peace. May we all be happy just the way we are. And may we all see only the good in the world. Namaste.